Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Welcome back to part 17 of the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree full playthrough walkthrough. So far, we have done quite a lot in this walkthrough, and in this part, we are going to be doing the quest line in the Cathedral of Manus Metyr. This is completely optional, just like the vast majority of this DLC, but it does lead to 5 bosses and 2 invasions. So this quest line has huge rewards by the end of it, and even at the end of it, there's still more. So quite a lot to do in this quest line. In order to complete this quest line, you do need to have access to the Hinterland, and in order to access the Hinterland, you need to get the Oh Mother emote from just north of Bonnie Village. It's on a corpse here. I have a quest line that does this whole... I have a video that shows this whole quest line in a bit more of an abridged fashion, as well as a boss strategy. So we're basically just kind of remaking that video, but live. So we're going to start here at the Cathedral of Manus Metyr. I am currently level 207 with a level 14 Shadow Tree Blessing and a level 7 Revered Spirit Ash Blessing. So far, I've collected 38 Shadow Tree Fragments and 15 Revered Spirit Ash. I do need to spend the 5 that I just got after defeating Commander Gaius. Cool, so now I'm at Shadow Tree Blessing 16, and I shouldn't have any others. Great, okay, cool. All right, so let us enter the cathedral, and I'm going to turn up the volume here because there's a lot of NPC dialogue here. So I'm going to stop talking for a minute.
Well, we don't often receive visitors. I am Ymir. Welcome to Manus Metyr. It is a pleasure to have you. In lands so forsaken as these, chance encounters are precious indeed. Seeing that we have convened here on this day, allow me to mark the occasion with a modest offering. The map I gave you charts the site of a hallowed ruin. It is said that after sounding the hanging bell there, one's fate will be guided by the stars. I only wish to be of service, to help those who fight for their purpose. I'm not mistaken, am I? I can see it in your eyes. You are a fighter, are you not? Is something the matter? I've given you a map to the hallowed ruin. Oh, I suppose you expect a lesson of me, do you? I know the feeling. Those with purpose are nothing if not ravenous. For power. For truth. I am a glintstone sorcerer. We study the stars and examine the life therein. Are you familiar with our findings? Long ago, we began as Stardust, born of a great rupture far across the skies. We, too, are children of the greater will. Is that not divine? Is that not sublime? And yet, none can fathom its implications. Its utter brilliance.
Okay, so we've spoken to Count Ymir, the High Priest. You can purchase a number of sorceries from him if you like, if you're a sorcery user. Some of these are available, I think, from Selin, but he does have a few unique ones. And as you continue through his quest line, more will become available. So check back on this menu if you just want to collect sorceries.
Oh, yes. Do mind your feet around the church. You wouldn't want to hurt the little boy.
All right, so the little boy he's speaking of, we won't meet for a while yet. Is there treasure back here? No. All right, another NPC shows up after you speak with Ymir the first time, and she will be standing right here. So she does not appear until you speak with Ymir. Pay special attention to her sword. It's pretty sick and quite unique, but let's speak with her now.
I've no interest in small talk. My only concerns are the concerns of Count Ymir, and you are not among them. Only, there is one thing I will say. Count Ymir's kindness is a gift. Should you cross him, you will sorely regret it. Begone. There is nothing more to say. Begone. There is nothing.
All right. So something interesting about this quest line. If you look at the items that Ymir gave you, he gave you the Hole-Laden necklace, which is the pale blue necklace made from a thin, elongated stone hollowed out from the inside. Use it a hallowed ruin to sound a hanging bell. It was a teaching of Count Ymir. The fate of the one who sounds the hanging bell will be guided by the stars. He also gives us the ruins map, which is a simple old map, faded and dirty, acquired from Count Ymir, High Priest, indicates the location of a hallowed ruin. Quote, I only wish to be of service. This map is pointing us towards the finger ruins of Rhia, which are down here along the Cerulean coast. So there is a bell in the middle here. However, an interesting thing about this quest line is you can actually do it out of order, and you will get special dialogue from Ymir where he acknowledges that you found the wrong finger ruin, and he like calls you ambitious or something like that. And then he tells you, like, check the map again. And I think he even ends up giving you the map that you would have needed to find the other one anyway. Like, he ends up giving you the second map. But it's just interesting that they actually thought to do that. So you can do this in any order. We'll do it in the order that he asks. So let us go to the finger ruins of Rhia now, since we have access to it. And then, if you recall, the last time we were here, I basically just kind of advised to skip the majority of this. But now we're actually going to go to the center. So be very aware of the finger creepers here. They are a theme among this quest line. And we have to watch out for a specific alien caster. Wish I knew the name of these enemies, but you want to watch out for a specific alien caster towards the middle lane of these ruins. And the reason you want to watch out for them is because they are going to cast a gravity spell that will imprison you. So I recommend getting off Torrent and doing the rest of this journey on foot. The caster I'm talking about is actually visible already. It's that one right there. You can see it. It's going to send up a beacon. That beacon is going to come flying towards us, and we need to dodge it. If you were to get caught in that beacon, you will get imprisoned and more or less, not necessarily one shot. Oh, God. So that one's going to teleport now, or one of them's going to teleport to us and start eating us. Pretty gross, but keep mashing L1 and R1, and you'll get out of it. Oh, Jesus. Here comes another one. I kind of dig that you can, like, see them coming after you. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, wow. Nice. All right, so I recommend trying to, like, get out of the way. It's tough. It's really tough to avoid this thing. But if you're on Torrent, you basically have no shot at dodging it. You're screwed if you're on Torrent. Oh, God. I wasn't sure if there was any left. So you can see by mashing L1 and R1, you kind of like push out of the thing, which is helpful. Really? Oh, my God. Well, you know, this is just a way of inviting the aliens to come hang out with you, if you think about it. Wow. Mashing did not help that one. All right. Oh, where did it go? It's usually a pink one that does the gravity magic. Was that it? The pink ones might be in the other place. Okay, I think we're safe. Okay. So this is the hanging bell that Ymir was speaking of, and now that we have the necklace, we can ring this hanging bell. Although we're not really ringing it, we're more just blowing into it. I was kind of hoping, when I first found this, because I found it pretty early on, I was hoping that we would ring the bell and it would fall and reveal like some underground cave system, but it never did. Okay, that's the Crimson Sea Talisman +1, and as soon as you get that, you know, you can move on. This is a really good talisman. Crimson Color Talisman, patterned after an Erdtree seed, greatly boosts HP restoration from the Flask of Crimson Tears. Erdtree seed of this talisman was presumed to be an object of myth. This age-old artifact also depicts the two fingers, perhaps harking back to the birth of the Erdtree. So once you ring the bell, you're basically done. I do want to point out, though, there is a resource that's kind of unique to this place, or any Finger Ruins, and we actually picked one up off of the enemies, and that is a Finger Mimic. It's a light pink mushroom resembling a wizened finger, material used for crafting items, exceedingly rare to find, used by those who wish to become fingers to induce hallucinations. They call these mushrooms the stillborn of the two fingers. So you can actually find these growing in the wild here. They are rare. There's not a ton of them, but they are available if you look close enough, and they are literally like finger mushrooms growing out of the ground. So you also have these things, which are nail stones. These are used to craft certain things. Flake-like stone shard with a faint fingerprint engraving, material used for crafting items found at the Finger Ruins. A piece that came loose from the tip of one of the column-like stone fingers that grow at the Finger Ruins. So it basically fell off of these things. So these are available around here as well. Just be careful, because even as you sort of like roll around here and like try to find things, there are finger creepers along the ceiling. So just keep that in mind, but that's more or less the end of the Finger Ruins. I'm just going to do a quick lap. I don't believe there's any items back here, but you really never know. You'll eventually be able to craft... Yeah, here's one of the ones growing in the wild that I was hoping to show you. Right here, the Finger Mimic. So you eventually... Actually, we already have that cookbook, now that I'm thinking about it. We found the Finger Weaver's cookbook a long time ago. It's this one right here. You can craft glinting nails using these materials. So, let me just double check where the second Finger Weaver cookbook is. Finger Cookbook 2. Is that the other Finger Ruins? Finger Cook. I don't think there's a third one. No, it's just the other one. So the other one's at the Finger Ruins. Great. Okay, so that's it for here. If you want, you can kill finger creepers along the walls to your heart's content and just keep going at that. But once you're ready to leave, head back to the Cathedral of Manus Metyr. And then I'll bump the volume again. This way we can speak with Ymir.
Oh, there you are. The exalted timbre of the bell has reached these ears of mine. Gracious, the starry sky is wondrous tonight indeed. Only your fate shines brighter. Now, these are for you. Think nothing of it. I have made my decision to be of help. May the gleaming stars guide you evermore. Ah, you met Jolán. Well, I hope that she behaved, at least. The poor girl has overcome grave misfortune. Her tongue can be sharp at the best of times, but don't think that makes her a bad person. It's no surprise her little sister, too, has a heart of gold. I fear that you have borne witness to the whole of it. The conceits, the hypocrisy of the world built upon the Erdtree. The follies of men. Their bitter suffering. Is there no hope for redemption? The answer, sadly, is clear. There never was any hope. They were each of them defective. Unhinged from the start. Marika herself. And the fingers that guided her. And this is what troubles me. No matter our efforts, if the roots are rotten, then we have little recourse. Ever young Mikola saw things for what they were. He knew that his bloodline was tainted, his roots mired in madness. A tragedy if ever there was one. That he would feel compelled to renounce everything when the blame lay squarely with the mother.
Always blaming Mom.
May the gleaming stars guide you evermore.
How did Count Ymir reward you with that? Then I see you have gained his trust, and therefore mine.
I am Jolán. The night is yours now to wield.
Don't get the wrong idea. We are neither friends nor confidants. I am merely honoring Count Ymir's wishes. Enough of you.
Okay. Interesting. So, when she says that the night is now ours to wield, believe it or not, we can summon her for a boss fight later on. But I am... Yeah, so she's able to be summoned for a couple of boss fights. One of them we're not going to be able to summon her for because this questline is going to end before we get there. So just keep in mind that you can summon her for the boss of the Specimen Storehouse. If you don't see her summon sign after you've met her, try at night. I think her summon signs only appear at night. But anyway, we got the second map along with a beloved Stardust. Talisman depicting a wizened hand gently gripping a glintstone. Shortens casting speed for sorcery and incantations by the utmost, but increases damage taken. Count Ymir was known for his recitations. One need only envision the romance of the stars above with adoration for Stardust in one's heart to become a great sorcerer. Do so and you will know love. And then we get a second ruins map, which says, quote, "May the gleaming stars guide you evermore." So this map is pointing to this finger ruin right here. So now it is time to return to the Shadowkeep back gate and reveal the way to the Hinterland. So if you recall, a couple of walkthrough sections ago, we got the Oh Mother emote, and if you have not yet gotten that, I mentioned this at the start, but you get it from a corpse right about here, just north of Bonnie Village. You get to Bonnie Village via Morth Ruins. You pop out at a well near the Site of Grace, and then just jump the ravine and go north. You need the Oh Mother emote because this riddle says, "Have mercy for the spirited away shamans." Now, the same, if you look closely, this statue of Marika has no head. The corpse that we found the Oh Mother emote on has no head. Marika is from a shaman village. I believe we learned that from Marika's rune. I don't know if we have any on us. I might have spent them all towards the end of the walkthrough. Not this one. The Newman's rune, I believe it's on. Let me just double check. Newman's rune, Elden Ring. See if I could find the description. Yeah, the Newmen are said to have come from outside the lands between and are in fact the same stock as Queen Marika herself. So the shamans refer to Marika as Mother, and so if we were to use the Oh Mother emote here, which if you look at the emote itself, which is right here, you can see that we have outstretched arms very similar to Marika herself. So using this here reveals the way. And there you go. Now we have access to the Hinterland. So, welcome to the Hinterland. All right. The Hinterland has a couple of boss fights. There's actually 3 bosses here. You can see one in the distance there. It is a tree sentinel. However, there's actually another tree sentinel for us to fight. If you'd like, you can come up here. There's really no items to speak of in the Hinterland, at least like in this kind of section here. But if you'd like, you can come up here and explore this little area. It is quite nice. It's pretty peaceful. But there's really not much going on here. We have some red bears. But then it all just sort of, I don't know, ends. So for the 2 Tree Sentinel fights, we should be able to summon Jolán for one of them. But But again, no real treasures to speak of here. You do have some shadow sunflowers, but that's about it. So if you're into crafting, these spawn here pretty abundantly. But again, nothing too crazy. All right. So I'm going to rest at the site of grace just to like reset this bear because I don't want it bothering us. But I believe Jolán's her summon sign is available towards the second tree sentinel. Now, there is, so that tree sentinel in the distance there that you see walking up, that's actually the second one. The first one is just around this corner to our right, and he will show up really, really quickly. So, yeah, just fight them separately. Just keep this one near this ridge, and you'll be fine. This is a normal tree sentinel fight. Tree sentinels do not have any new abilities in the Realm of Shadow, so don't worry. Ooh, nice. So, having double bleed is really, really nice. And if you notice, this tree sentinel is holding a sentry torch. And if you recall, back in Lane Dell, or really Altus Plateau, the tree sentinels that were guarding Lane Dell along the main path, one of them had a sentinel torch. And if you recall, they had the sentinel torches because they want to defend the city against any assassins because Godwyn was slain in the capital. And so they never want the Night of Black Knives to happen again. So it's very, very interesting that that would happen here as well. Okay, so we get a Blessing of Marika from the first one. I'm just going to quickly go back to the Site of Grace to see if Jolán's summon sign appears again for the second one. I've never actually summoned her for these fights, but I figured we're on the quest. We may as well, you know? Okay. It's only there for the first one. All good. All right, so this one is literally the same one from the start of the from the game in near the first step Site of Grace. Shield and spear, literally the same exact fight. Tree Sentinels do not get any new abilities in the Realm of Shadow, so just fight it how you normally would. You do have to watch out because when the boss gets low on health, it's going to begin using its shield. Be careful of that. Here it comes with the shield attacks. Careful not to fall into any ravines. Ow. Oh, double ow. Drink, 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 drink. All right, that's the Double Tree Sentinel. Nothing too crazy to worry about. Okay, so now that that's done, we have a couple of choices. So we can come up here, and this is the Shaman Village. Now, the Shaman Village is, I'm not being sarcastic when I say this, very peaceful. And there is what appears to be like an Erdtree sapling growing here, which I find very interesting. And the music in the background is the same music you hear during the Elden Beast boss fight. So, yeah, there's like a minor Erdtree growing here. You get the minor Erdtree incantation. It's a secret incantation of Queen Marika, only the kindness of gold without order. Creates a small, illusory tree that continuously restores the HP of nearby allies. Marika bathed the village of her home in gold, knowing full well that there was no one to heal. So there's no one in this village, and yet for some reason she still decided to plant this tree here. Now, the secret of the Shaman village actually has to do with the puzzle tower down by the cathedral. So if you were to come all the way over here, there are some cliffs for you to jump down, right down there, and then this leads back to Rabbath's Rise. We will do this later towards the end of the quest line, or it'll actually be like the final thing we do in the quest line, actually. So yeah, just keep in mind that this is here, and when you're done with the quest line, depending on the choice you make, there will be something waiting for you in that tower, and I will make that choice for myself to show you, because it's pretty interesting. So yeah, this place is lovely. Like, no notes, it's lovely. Aside from the tree sentinels, there's nothing here to kill you, but unfortunately there's nobody here to talk to either. Alright, so since we killed the tree sentinels, we can press on to what they were sort of defending. They were mostly defending the village, but we can keep going. What the hell? What? Are you kidding me? What? I'm curious now, will this drop another blessing? Is this farmable? Ugh. I didn't even rest at anything. What the hell happened? This guy should not be here. I'm so confused, man. Okay. We have to test this now. This has to be tested. Why did that respawn? That doesn't make a lick of sense. I'm going to go exactly where we went. I'm going to go back up to the top of the hill. Okay, we looked down here, showed you that, and then we left. Did we get souls? I didn't see if we got runes that second time. We'll have to watch the playback later. I wonder if you cast Minor Erdtree in the chalice, does it do anything? Damn, now I'm curious. What's the faith requirement? 70. Holy God. He respawns. That doesn't make any sense. He should not respawn. He should not respawn. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, luckily there's a site of grace over here. But yo, that is so weird. I've never, ever seen that. Is he gone now? Yeah. Okay. What? All right, whatever. That was so strange. Okay, so believe it or not, there's another boss fight here. It's everybody's favorite, JK. But it's over here to the left, right here. So let's set a marker and go along this route. So there's some dragonflies up there. If you want to farm dragonfly heads, you can. So the aliens are sleeping here. All right. So there's another boss fight right here. You want to take a wild guess as to what it is? Those portals usually mean Onyx Lords. Yeah, sometimes they mean Fallingstar Beast. Unfortunately, it's a Fallingstar Beast. So, luckily it's not a full-grown Fallingstar Beast. It's just a regular one, but still, I can't stand these things. Wow. I can't believe it's still going. All right, that's fine. So, same thing as always. You know, probably the last one you fought of these was like Altus Plateau or something, which is funny because, like, if you think about it, you're fighting the same world bosses you fought on Altus Plateau. I guess aside from the, aside from the gargoyles. Luckily, there are no gargoyles, but I think those were more placed there by Godwin than anything, just because of the corpse wax stuff. I always felt that was more Godwin's doing than anything. Come on. You didn't even do anything to me. That is not what I wanted. Roll to the right when it does this. Ow. It's like a reverse donkey kick if you think about it. It's like a donkey stomp. Rolled too early. I was thinking it was the grab, weirdly enough. Yeah. Got out of that way too late. Okay, heal. Heal. Oh my god. These things don't bleed. I'm just trying to deal a lot of damage as quick as I can to get this over with. Slowly but surely. Got it. Okay, that's the Fallingstar Beast. I don't think that's going to respawn, but I'm not going to stick around to find out. You get the Gravitational Missile Sorcery, which is one of the glintstone sorceries that manipulates gravitational forces. Fires a gravitational projectile that pulls in enemies before finally exploding. Said to have originated in the lightless dark far beyond, the home of the Fallingstar Beasts. The Fallingstar Beasts come from space. All right, then there's another site of grace here. All right, so these aliens are sleeping, so we're not going to disturb them. But just be aware that these finger ruins are teeming with finger creepers, as always. So you want to be very careful with them. God, they are disgusting. They are just so disgusting. There are a couple of items here. I'm not sure if they're like items of any sort of merit. I believe there's one down here. That was cool. And weirdly enough, there's like this area that's kind of poisonous. I don't really understand the purpose of it, but it exists. Alright, so aliens are sleeping. These are the finger ruins of Dheo. Should be an item back here. It's in a little ravine. Be further up. Okay, once again, though... Yeah, it's down here. Once again, you want to be mindful of that beacon right there. Same deal. Same deal as before. Check for the fingernail sorceries. I do find it interesting that these ones are pink. Should attempt to rush this one. Okay. Ooh! Yep, here it comes. Oh, come on. That was cheap. What? What? Double. God, I knew that was coming. Oh, I figured the hit would block it. We gotta be careful here. Kill this one. Okay, that's that one. So we can sort of use these finger ruins to block as best we can. Trying to be mindful, though. Okay, it's that one. Yeah, that beacon is still getting sent up. Okay, let's see if we can get over there now. Okay. Nice. Okay. So we're basically safe from the beacons, I believe. I don't think there's any others. So now we can rock up to these finger ruins and ring the bell. Tough. Tough little zone here. That guy's got a serious tank build. All right, we get the Cerulean Crimson Seed Cerulean Seed Talisman +1. Cerulean colored talisman patterned after the Erdtree seed. Greatly boosts FP restoration from a flask of Cerulean tears. The Erdtree seed of this talisman was presumed to be an object of myth. The age-old artifact depicts the two fingers, perhaps harking back to the birth of the Erdtree. Okay, so we're basically done here, but I do want to show you something, and if somebody like knows the answer to this, I would be so interested in what that answer is. But there is an area over here that doesn't make a lot of sense. And so if we come further down this road here, we're going to find a lot of aliens, but the area is also going to be like filled with poisonous gas, and I don't really understand it. Okay, see you later. That dude just ate it. Okay. So, yeah, over here, this area fills with poisonous gas, but there really doesn't seem to be anything over here. So I don't really understand. Like, ew. See what I mean? Like, it's green. It's like a fog. I don't know if it's just green because it's reflecting off of the grass, but it gets really dense and really thick and you really can't see much. But it doesn't really seem to correspond to anything. I mean, there's a boar, I guess, but... And then you get these blue guys. So I don't know. If anybody knows what this is for or corresponds to or anything, leave a comment because I am so curious. Yeah, it's very strange to me. I don't get it, but that's that. Okie doke. So those are the finger ruins of Dheo, and we're basically done here. Let's go back to the Cathedral of Manus Metyr, and let's speak with Ymir one more time.
Poor thing. Another bad dream, Yuri. Put that rotten thing out of your mind. That tangled mess can't hurt you. Hello there. I heard another sound, colored by your essence. Simply exhilarating, I must say. The stars are dark tonight. But rest assured, this is no ill omen. On the contrary, I believe that this portends a magnificent starry cascade. Now, take this. My final gift to you. May you join the glimmering stars above. Oh yes. I believe I can feel it brewing. This evening is a sign of a greater night to come. Do you recall what I said? That Marika and the fingers that guided her were unsound from the start? Well, the truth lies deeper still. It is their mother who is damaged and unhinged. The fingers are but unripe children, victims in their own right. We all need a mother, do we not? A new mother. A true mother who will not give birth to further malady. May you join the glimmering stars above.
I told you once, I've no interest in companionship, but I must admit, Count Ymir did seem very pleased. Perhaps an exception is in order. Ymir is a shining star, in our eyes. The only star upon the black canvas of the night. Our meeting with the Count taught us of the star-draped sky. We know that we cannot reach out to touch it, but we can peer up at its brilliance and heed its guidance. We will never again lose our way in the night. I have spoken far too freely. Pay me no mind. Let us focus on our shared purpose, our service to Count Ymir. Now, be on your way. Now.
Okie doke. So, if we take a look at the third map that Ymir gave us, Simple old map, faded and dirty, acquired from Count Ymir High Priest, indicates a third and final hallowed ruin, distinct from those shown on the first 2 maps. May you join the glimmering stars above. If you look closely, the building looks an awful lot like the building we're in. Right? We got a bridge down here. We've got this sort of reverse L or J-shaped building, but there's no finger ruin. At first glance, there's no finger ruin, but if you recall, we found outside one of those mausoleum beds to duplicate our remembrances at. And so if we were to rest at the site of grace, we would see that Ymir is no longer in his chair. I'm going to speak with her.
No.
She doesn't even acknowledge it, which I find weird. But if you were to look closely at the chair, you get a new examine dialogue option, or context option. And there's a button at the base of the chair. So if you were to press the button, the plinth pulls away and reveals a ladder to a secret passage. I'm going to very quickly talk to Yola again to see if she acknowledges that.
No.
Nope. Okay. Cool. So let's go down the ladder. Now, as we approach this new finger ruin that we've discovered, we're going to get invaded here in the finger ruins of Miyr. What's interesting is Miyr is an anagram for Ymir. All right, so Swordhand of Knight Anna. This is Jolán's sister, so we can go in on her pretty quick. No big deal. So she dies. Now, I have heard folks saying that they've died to her and then they can't get back in, which to me is odd. I think as long as you just reload the area, you're fine. But we get the Claws of Night from her. Claws of a bottomless black from which no light can escape, wielded by Anna, Swordhand of Night, engraved with the Smith script, enabling strong attack to launch all 3 claws at a target. The blades are only semi-corporeal and cannot be fully guarded against. So, that is Anna. Come over here and then grab this off this corpse, which is the Finger Weaver's Cookbook number 2. Record of crafting techniques left by a determined student of the Finger Ruins. His brush with the sublime all but shattered his mind, though he was left capable enough to leave these few precious words. And it allows us to craft the Fingerprint Nostrum, which I don't even know what that is. Fingerprint Nostrum. Grease. Perfume. Pots. What is a fingerprint nostrum? A secret medicine of those who attempt to turn their human bodies into fingers. Ingesting causes something to wriggle within. Lovely. Okay, so, all right. Really quick, though, I am so curious if Jolán will acknowledge that we just killed her sister. Or that her sister even invaded us. So let's just go back here really quick. Yeah. Metyr's not there.
No.
Nothing. Ooh. Oh, hang on.
No. Be on your way.
Stop. What did you just say? Wait, no. Say nothing. I have 1 star alone, and only his words will do. I will say this much. I am in your debt, but I will hear no more. I have 1 star alone, and only his words will do. Be on your way. I will hear no. Be on your way. I will hear no more about this.
Glad I checked that out. I didn't know she would do that. I didn't check that last time. Okay, so now it is time to fight a boss. This boss is called Metyr, Mother of Fingers, and it is a gigantic set of fingers. That's just it. That's what it is. So what I recommend doing is crafting some regular size fire pots. Doesn't matter what kind of fire pot, just any sort of fire pot will do. Go ahead and craft as many as you can, and then put them on your bar. We'll put them on the pouch. Ooh, didn't want to use that. Cool. And the reason for this is because this boss will spawn finger creepers, and finger creepers are incredibly weak to fire. So as soon as the finger creepers spawn, you can just chuck a pot at them, and they die. They die almost immediately. They just writhe and then burn to death, and you don't have to deal with them. So having fire pots is incredibly, incredibly helpful to you. This is, like, I normally really don't often recommend bringing consumables to a fight, but for this I do. All right, so the object of this fight is to stay in front of the boss. The boss, for the most part, just uses physical attacks until Phase 2, and the Phase 2 magic attacks are pretty easy to avoid as well. But the trick with this particular fight is that you need to stay in front of the boss, otherwise its side fingers will come sliding at you. For the beam, you can just avoid it. This is a sweeping beam. I rolled way too early. So just roll from there. Just be careful because every time it slams, it can do it up to 3 times just like that. So you want to be careful. For the swipes, you want to double roll real quick. It's going to jump over us here. I'm just going to quickly heal. This is a sweeping laser again. No big deal. Just always do your best to stay in front. Ooh, this move you can actually just jump to the side for. No big deal. Boss is weak to bleed and fire. 2. So 2 jumps at a time. You always just want to wait to see how many times it's going to jump. 1, 2. Man, I can't believe I'm getting hit by that. It's always going to do this sweeping laser after it does that. I think it's going to spawn finger creepers now. Nope. Slam its head. It can jump up to 3 times. So don't do anything until the 3rd attack in the string. Okay. Now it's going to go to Phase 2. Just block. You'll get pushed back. You won't really take too much damage. Keep staying in front. It has a number of Phase 2 abilities. 1, 2, 3. Just like I told you, it always does 3 attacks. Or it can always do up to 3 attacks. Alright, so for this attack, it's going to spin like a top, and then all you got to do is, you got to roll after it lands. I really wanted to spawn finger creepers, but I would like to show you the usefulness of the pots. Alright, for this ability, just keep holding block, and you will get pushed back to the perfect distance. Just stand here. There is a beam rotating around the boss, and all you got to do is stand here. You don't have to do anything. It goes over your head. Just keep blocking until you get pushed to the perfect distance, and then you're fine. All right, for this ability here, it's going to spawn orbs. You want to get out as quickly as humanly possible because they will all explode, and they deal a ton of damage per orb. So you want to be very careful with that. That's so hard to dodge, that one. Come on. So for this, you can actually just find a spot that's darker, and you can just avoid it, no problem. 1. I really wanted to spawn finger creepers so you can see how useful the pots are, but it's just not doing it. Ooh, wow, just threaded that needle. All right, for this, same thing, just get close. And right there should be fine. Just wait. You've seen all the boss has to do. It's really just kind of like a, oh my god, what am I looking at kind of boss, but it's really not that hard at all. I would love it if you just spawn finger creepers. You're the mother of fingers. God. finally. All right, target them, throw a pot, they're dead. Oh, they were all supposed to be dead there. That was my lamp. All right. You've seen all the attacks now. So now it's time for her to die. Alright, that's Metyr, Mother of Fingers. Not a terribly difficult boss. The fight can go on for a while, but she disappears back into the void, and then we get the remembrance of the Mother of Fingers, which says, the mother of all two fingers and finger creepers was in turn a magnificently gleaming daughter of the greater will and the first shooting star to fall upon the lands between. So, kind of like, I don't know, a lot of things fell to the lands between, such as the Elden beast, such as the Fallingstar beasts. The Fallingstar beasts then morph into those hanging butterfly Aztel, and then those morph into the Aztels. Like, yeah, a lot of things are from the greater will. So, really cool. Love those things. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we're going to go back to the Cathedral of Manus Metyr, and then we're going to fight another boss. So, Ymir is going to be none too pleased at us.
What have you done? You've wounded Count Ymir most irreparably, such that he wishes for your death, and I must attend to the Count's concerns.
So what I find really interesting is that we told her that her sister, invaded us. And so she still wants to kill us for some reason. I don't really get it. Whoa. Yeah, she's got a bodacious weapon art. Stacks a decent amount. Ooh, she almost got a backstab there. Stacks a decent amount of bleed. But while she does not have her shield out, she is pretty susceptible to just getting hit all the time. So you can kind of just put her in a corner and she won't really bother you that much. Just watch out while she has the shield. She can parry. Ow. What are you doing? There we go. Ooh. Oh no. Oh my God, what were you at? 1 HP? Come on. All right. So unfortunately, she's not the end.
What have you done? You've wounded Count Ymir.
Meaning that there's a fight after her.
Such that he wishes for your death, and I must attend to the Count's concerns.
Oh, I'm being so stupid. There we go. Okay.
My dear star, a fine mother, you will be.
My shining star, grant me a mother's strength. Look here at my fingers. I will be the true mother. And I will be the only mother.
All right, so now we got to fight Ymir, Mother of Fingers. And of course, he can spawn finger creepers, but any fire weapon will take care of them somewhat easily. He has basically all of the finger incantations. He can also teleport, because why not? And you saw there that he can burst out... Hello? He can also burst out finger creepers from his robe, which is kind of disgusting. All right, there we go. So that is Count Ymir, Mother of Fingers. Ymir really wanted to be their mother. Like, straight up. That's all he wanted to be, was the Mother of the Fingers. He felt that they deserved a better mother. So, he drops quite a lot, so let's get to reading here. So, bell bearing of Count Ymir, Mother of Fingers, found upon his perished flesh, offered to the twin maiden husks at the Round Table Hold to gain access to new items. It's basically all the incantations he would have sold. Staff of Count Ymir, who made himself a Mother of Fingers, carried for want of tail fingers of his own. Enhances finger sorceries. The crystal ball, though representative of a microcosm, would not receive any sign, so he could never actually commune with the void in that crystal ball, even though he tried. High Priest hat, the Count of Count Ymir, High Priest. The circular design at the top represents the greater will and its lightless abyss, imparting increased intelligence and arcane to the wearer. Though Count Ymir instructed R'hllana in the sorceress arts, he abandoned his allegiance to the moon. It was merely the closest of the celestial bodies, nothing more. That's the only reason he was worshipping it was the closest one. Conceals the abundance of squirming beneath the robe. Gold embroidery decorates the purple cloth with a jeweled ruff that sparkles like a flower wet with dew. Gloves are soft and well-tailored, and the pants are just undergarments. Okay, so we're not totally done now. What we need to do is we need to rest, and then we're going to speak with Jolán one more time. Okay, let's speak with her.
Count Ymir, the stars, the sky. I see them not.
Okay. So, we have a choice here. If we were to use the Iris of Occultation, we will give her her wish, and then she will become a puppet or a spirit ash for us. If we gave her an Iris of Grace, which we don't have right now, but we would get another one in the Specimen Storehouse. If you use the Iris of Grace, you get her sword. So if you want to have a cosplay build with that really sick sword, you also get that weapon art that she was using in the boss fight, go for it. But there's actually another piece of this quest if you choose the Iris of Occultation. So that's what we're going to do. And just to be quadruple sure... Oh, no. Hang on. I might be wrong. Okay. I am mistaken. Very sorry. If you give her the sword, or if you give her the occultation, you'll get the sword. However, if you give her grace, she will turn into a spirit ash. That's the one that I want to do. So I am going to wait. Take for a second. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to make this video go on any further, and I don't want to separate things, or I don't want to do things that I would do later, so I'm just going to wait. She will wait here for us, and then we will get the Iris of Grace a little while later, but basically what you want to do is if you've already gotten an Iris of Grace, maybe you gave an Occultation Iris to Questline, Fire Knight Questline. When you get the Spirit Ash, you want to return to the Hinterland and then begin falling down the mountain from the Shaman village back into Rabbith's Rise, and there's another thing there for a Spirit Ash that is only available if you turn Jolán into a Spirit Ash. Okay, anyway, we can come out here for the Cherishing Fingers sorcery. Finger sorcery of Count Ymir, aspiring mother of the fingers, surrounds the caster with a mesh of hefty fingers that wards all manner of projectiles, whether magic or physical in nature, away from the caster. Charging enhances potency. The dear fingers look after their mother, or perhaps that is merely what the mother wishes to believe. And then Yuri is buried here, taken before his time. Yuri seems to be one of the finger creepers, the one that he was cradling, but that grave is always there. So I'm not sure if Yuri was maybe the son of Ymir, who just died early or something. And so that drove Ymir a little crazy, and maybe why he wanted to be the mother of the fingers. Unclear, but that's sort of a theory that you could go with. Okay, we're going to level up one more time. Okay, so aside from that that Spirit Ash, we're done with this quest. And so we're done with this little sidetrack of a quest line. Now, we have a choice here. So we could either go back into Shadowkeep and go through the Specimen Storehouse, but there's another Legacy dungeon that we have not yet done that we now have access to since the Miquella's Great Rune broke, and that is the Fissure. So that's what we're going to do next time. Next time we're going to do the Fissure, which is the proper name is the Stone Coffin Fissure. This is located in Cerulean Coast. This is the cave that was blocked by a seal from Miquella, but after the Great Rune breaks, the seal breaks as well, and you can enter this place. Now, if you recall, the NPC Tialier, we can actually speak with him. We'll actually speak with him next time, because he's going to sort of say that he's going in that direction, and then we will meet him in the Stone Coffin Fissure. So we'll do that next time. But for now, that's going to be it. All right, I'll give a thank you to my channel members. Thank you very much to John Aldridge with 50 months, Silver Bullet 13 with 37 months, Daniel Cockrell with 32 months, Brian Brubaker with 27 months, Bagdat Money with 23 months, Greg with 21 months, XLightning84 with 16 months, Harv Fontini with 13 months, Jason Knaps with 3 months, and Working Class Nerds with 1 month. Thank you all so much for your support. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the join button below this video. You can also leave a super thanks by clicking the heart icon below this video. Don't forget to join my community Discord. The link for that is in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.